you see a person that Fig doesn't see. As the Cambion appears and says, kill them, dressed all in black, but like face concealed, just two slitted yellow eyes, you see a figure look across the room, roll their eyes, walk into shadow, and disappear. You not only can't move, but you feel a tremendous weight on your chest. Materializing there, coiled up, sitting on her haunches, is a black tabaxi woman. She looks at you and says, "Hi, Riz. How you doing?"
Can I speak?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do to Fabian?
Your voice comes out in a croak, a whisper. You realize you couldn't shout in this state that you're in. She looks at you and says, "Oh, I can't take any credit for that. I didn't do anything to Fabian. That was the boss."
You work for the Night King?
Yeah, kiddo, I work for the Nightmare King. That's right. You have grown. You're, like the spitting image of your mother and your father, like a perfect combo of the two.
Why you? My parents trusted you. Why would you? What are you doing?
What am I doing? You said it, Riz. Come on. I work for the Nightmare King.
But why?
Is that an honest question? Why? He grants me unlimited power. All that I am and all that I'm capable of doing, he gave to me. Do you really not understand why a person might do things that benefited them? I know that you only do things to kind of distract yourself from how deeply sad you are that your dad is gone. I get that. The maidens, and then you find the maidens, and then it's on to the next thing, and the conspiracy board, and you don't sleep, and you're digging. It's like when you're in that palimpsest. Like, you will dig until your own hands are bleeding, because the second you slow down, you will have to deal with the fact that he's not coming home. Sorry, bud. So we got to talk about you and your friends coming for this crown, because that's going to be a no-go from us.
What do you...
What do I want?
Yes.
I just said it. Pack it in and go home. This one's not you, Chief. Now, I know that I'm talking to the most obstinate one in the group. I do get that, for sure. And I'll admit, I've been having a hard time breaking through whatever these little runes are, but you guys seem to have fucked up badly enough. Seems like whatever spell was keeping me out wore off, and now we're back here.
So it's not the Nightmare King it's you you can come into our dreams?
Are you dreaming right now? You want to pinch yourself? Oh, you can't, you're paralyzed, I'm sorry. Well, I just want to see if we can talk reason. You guys want to get this crown back. That can't happen. Where do we find compromise here? Because they're restraining your buddy Rog out there, and while they're doing that, Fabian slipped out the window. So I would say cut your losses at one dead friend. That would be me. But we can go for more if you want.
All right, so I'm paralyzed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is my Sword of Shadows near me?
Let's roll a luck check, okay? You're very paranoid, so I'm gonna say that on an 11 or higher, it is literally in the bed with you while you sleep.
Okay.
We'll say that on a 6 through 10, it is like, 2 or 3 feet away, resting on the side of the bed. If it's a 1 through 5, it's going to be farther away than that, like elsewhere in the room. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll. 15. Cool. It's in the bed with you.
I think I just try to crane my head to like look intimidating or confident, and I say, how about no dead friends? And then I want to use my Sword of Shadows to Misty Step out the window to try to find Fabian.
Cool.
Gonna misty step into the water. Paralyzed.
You step out. You take 10 points of falling damage.
Okay.
You clatter to the ground, and you your arms are paralyzed in place. So when you hit, something breaks as you hit at an odd angle. Without seeing her move, Kalina walks out of a little alleyway, and you're in the campus of the Gold Gardens right now. She looks out and says, "Oh, bud. Yeah, he's been gone. I'm sorry. I should have given you a timeline on that. That's my mistake." So, we definitely clocked some kind of eye contact when you were about to get sacrificed, right?
Yeah.
You seem like a guy that likes information. Is there any kind of information I can offer you?
What do you want in return?
Buddy, we're just talking right now. I'm trying to help you see reason.
I want to know where the crown is. I want to know where Fabian is. I want to know why people are coming for us in our sleep.
Why do you assume I know where the crown is?
You don't know where the crown is. Oh boy.
That's not what I said. I asked, why do you think I know where the crown is? I would correct you, but I don't think you're going to believe me.
I think I know where the crown is, and you have handily defeated me even after I said my cool one-liner, so I assume you also figured it out.
You see, she looks at you and says, what do you see happening from here? Because I do want to get this sorted out, but I am Look, I think you can see I have no tricks up my sleeve, right? I'm not doing anything. I'm not casting any spells on you. I'm not murdering you right here on the ground, right? I want this to be resolved amicably. The issue that I'm feeling right now is I want to know what needs to happen for you guys to give this up. And if you don't give it up, then I just guess I want to say this is going to get so much worse.
We can't give it up.
Well, you can't take an F? You can't repeat the year? Buddy, what are you talking about?
We can't give it up because it would be wrong.
Be wrong? Oh, okay. Well, what's right about you and all your friends dying? Seems like Arthur Eggfort's got everything figured out. He's got a bunch of kids going out there and putting themselves in harm's way, getting their lives taken, and for what? What do you care what happens in Silver, the forest of the Nightmare King?
It's not going to end there. If we don't stop this, then you'll do this to the next adventuring party that comes after you.
Well, you seem pretty set in your ways. Do you know who I am?
I know that you worked with my father.
Pakakak is a good man.
What went wrong between you two?
Nothing went wrong between us. How about this? Let's do a little information swap. You ask me a question about your dad, you answer a question of mine.
I don't think now is the time to get nostalgic. I want to know that my friends are okay. My father's already gone. If you want information, you have to... I would need to know that they were safe.
Know that who was safe? You want me to help your friend Fabian out? I can make sure he doesn't die. It's not too late. But I'm going to need everything. I'm going to need everything you know.
All right.
What do you know?
How do I know that if I tell you what I know, that you can help me?
You don't.
I'll tell you where I think the crown is going. You bring Fabian here. Once Fabian's here, I'll tell you who I think has it.
Kid, I don't even know where the crown is going. I want to know what you know about me. And you see that her eyes narrow into these two twin slits as she looks at you.
I know that you're working with demons. I know that you worked with my father at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're trying to sacrifice people to make something come about.
All right. That everything?
Out of character, do I know anything else?
Doesn't drink.
You know about the glass in the hang, you know about the photograph. You know that she was seen the night that the crown was taken, that Rog saw her.
Mm-hmm.
You know you know that Rog saw her. You know about Adine's mom talking with Porter and all that stuff as well.
I guess I share everything. I guess I share everything I know. I think I'm in a pretty bad position here.
Cool. What do you say specifically about the night that about the stuff on the night that the crown was taken from the school? What information do you give?
I think I don't mention Adine's mom. I just say that it was the night of prom. I give all the information except Adine's mom.
All the information. So
That we were there, that we saw and we knew the crown was there. Did the fight during prom night. It disappeared.
You say this part about Rog saw Jace talking with Adine's mom. That you leave out. Did you do the part later where Rog was talking with Porter and Jace and then saw Kalina?
I think I try to not bring other people into it.
I'm going to ask right now. I'm going to roll this and tell you a number that you have to beat.
Okay.
You have to beat a 13 on a deception check. Kalina rolled very low.
I don't have very good deception.
What do you have to roll?
I have to roll a 12.
12 or higher. Let's see it. You got it.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. You try not to. You try not to bring other people into it. You have one momentary slip up where it's not that you don't fuck up so badly that you like say Rog's name or anything, but you just mention like something like on lines of like a student saw you, right? And her eyes like narrow, flicker again, those little like side eyelids. She goes, "A student saw me. Wow. Okay. Well, Fabian's alive. He's at the edge of the city. If you want to run, little goblin, scurry around and find him, you can do that. I appreciate this. Don't keep looking for the crown, or we are going to kill every last one of you. But you do have some time to talk it over because I'm going to head out and kill Lydia Barkrock. So, take care." She vanishes. When she was looking away from you, over your shoulder, Kalina was talking to her. The Shadow Cat was directly over your shoulder, speaking to Aelwyn. But you see Kalina basically saying, "Don't keep looking at me. Look back to your sister. Your sister's talking. Here's what you need to know. You've reset your mind and missed a great deal of information. Your mother is working for me. She has the crown. She's brought it to Silver. She's like, get away from your sister. We need to talk about what's happening." Kristen, off in the shadows, you just see a pair of eyes looking out at you.
Fuck you.
The eyes narrow and the pupils go until they are razor thin.
We know who you are.
You don't even know what I am.
Uh-huh.
You see, Kalina steps out. Riz, you cannot see Kalina right now. You see that Kalina steps out, looks at you, and says, "Here at the threshold. You got a big wall of briars ahead of you, kid. It's very good that you guys won't be able to make it through that briar wall. Because if you did, I'd kill you." Laugh it up. Because if you crack this case and get to the other side of the wall, you, Riz, you're all dead. But to make it easy for you, because I want you to know that I'm right, I'll take Tracker out first.
Oh. Wow.
Cool.
Gosh, that's so crazy. Because you've been hiding in the shadows for literally forever. It's crazy that you came out in time just to make a couple threats. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah, do you have a name?
You can call me Kalina.
Okay.
You see, she looks and says, "I'm gonna be really honest with you."
I take out a cortado. Go on.
The only reason you and your friends are alive is that you've been down here. A nuisance, not even a full problem. You've never for a minute been in between me and what I want.
What do you want?
I want you to stay out of that fucking forest. And she vanishes.
You guys, I'm so scared. Hold me! Hold me!
Is Shadow Cat with me?
In the mirror,
Yeah.
You do see Kalina walking after you.
No!
You're in hell.
Kalina looks over at you, smiles, waves from the mirror, and you see that she goes, and appears not only in the mirror, but in your vision in the hallway. She looks at you and says, nice books.
Thanks.
She says, if you're having a hard time figuring them out, I'm going to go out for a constitutional, take a walk near the ledge. And you see that she walks out of the hallway. You hear a voice in your ear, Riz, say, do you want to see your dad again?
This is classic devil shenanigans. I mean, yeah.
Who are you talking to? What's going on? Yeah, what?
You see, you hear the voice in your ear say, tell Fig Galir the motorcycle and the deal's off. It's not an illusion. He's really here and I can really show him to you.
Oh. He's really here. If he's really here.
She says, they're on to you right now. Don't talk to me for another 20 minutes. Shake them. And then her voice vanishes. You walk out, and the moment you walk out, Kalina is leaning against the outside of the doorway. Mr. Gutkak, pleasure to have you out here.
Where's my dad?
To business, right this way. And she begins to walk down the ledge.
I am going to. Okay. I'm like going through my head, trying to make sure she doesn't kill me here. I think she can't. She could paralyze me and knock me over the edge. So I'm going to. We're like on like a mountain kind of? Or
It's think of it as almost like if there was just a pit, but carved into the outside was a spiral road in the side of the crag that spiraled down and down and down along the outside.
I would like to, presumably I have some like adventurer's tools on me. Okay, cool. I would like to like tie a little rope around myself and nail it into the wall.
You see that Kalina looks over and says, you think I'm gonna knock you into the pit?
Maybe.
That makes me feel really great. If you think that that's a worry, then I feel like I'm doing my job. That's great.
Well, I'm just gonna be safe, okay?
You see Kalina begins to lead you down. Looks and says, so that's a pretty neat trick that Kristen pulled on that van. That's pretty powerful magic. I'm just making conversation. I know you think I'm trying to ply you for answers. I'm just saying she's a gifted cleric, and especially with no god.
Is that the sanctum? Did she curse the van?
It is so rude when someone's trying to just chat to solve a mystery right at them. It's not that's not the cottage.
I have a hard time having a regular conversation with my friends, let alone you.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll ease off. I'm just saying. You know, it's kind of interesting because Kristen used to worship Sol, and that was the god of the sun. Ortholax was one of his angels. So it just feels interesting. I don't know. Well, you don't want to be bothered, so let's go.
How did you were my dad's partner.
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar. You were my dad's familiar? No? Good. That would be crazy.
Man, kid, I got you rattled.
I'm not paranoid.
You're normally pretty. You're normally.
She didn't even say that. I'm not paranoid.
You see, she says, Says, you're normally a pretty good shot, but you are taking some haymakers here, kid. Even if you guess right, do you think I'm gonna crack?
All right, just how do you know my dad? You were his partner?
Oh yeah. I think the question that you should be asking now that you know how I get around is how your dad met me. Ooh. How well did you really know this guy, right? I mean, you were a little kid when he got eaten up. I would say that you kind of have no idea who your father is. But you should see for yourself. There are these big iron gates in the red stone of the pit, and she goes to a section of wall in between them and puts her hand where there is no cleave in the rock, but it somehow slips behind something, shifts it, and you see endless darkness. It's like looking into a hallway where there is absolutely no light. You see, she says, I know, walking through this door would be the stupidest thing you ever did. So you don't have to walk. We're just gonna stay right here where it's safe, okay? You see, she says, but doors like this in hell, the devils don't like doors like this that go between levels. So you're gonna have to really try to look to be able to see, okay? Go ahead and give me a perception check. And she's gonna give you the help action.
Oh no!
Perception, that's just an 11.
You see down at the end of the hall, the very center of your vision, a little bit of light, and there's something there, but it is extremely bright. It's not infernal, there's nothing red to it. If anything, it's a cold, white light, almost like a fluorescent light. But you can't see anything from this vantage.
I am going to still tied up. Still tied up. I'm just gonna go. Not gonna go on the other side of the door. Gonna poke, and I would like to look.
I've seen.
What? You can poke. I can poke. I'm gonna look around the corner. I'm gonna physically. I'm trying to keep my body on the one side of the door while craning my neck, looking in. But I want to use like the mirror to see if I can see.
A little bit of the rock wall gives way, and some rock crumbles, and you hear Kalina gasp. She goes, you see that she looks at you, and for a second you're like, was something about to happen? And she goes, Jesus, you're jumpy. Says,
I'm jumpy if I talk to somebody you should have seen me freaking out at the hotel the other day. You were probably there. You're a creep.
see, she looks at you and says, deal. Riz, that really hurts my feelings.
What is there? What is the little orange thing?
You see, she looks and says, you can't see it? No, that's not how these doorways work. You don't want to see it, because you know what's there, and you know what's going to happen if you hold your mirror up to it.
I'll hold my mirror up to it.
You see that there is a little bit of fluorescent light there. You see, she says, I can't help your eyesight, kid. If you want me to walk away, if you want me to hold my hands up and take 10 steps back, but you're gonna have to go down the hall if you want to see what that is. You see, she says, do you want to, I can, full disclosure, and you see that she bats at your face and her paw just goes through.
Yeah.
She says, what the fuck can I do? I'm just in your head.
Yep. It's not just you I'm worried about. We are in hell. However, I trust that fate will find me if something goes wrong here.
You take the gun up, and you see that you look, and your father's gun starts shaking in your hand. And a thought enters your mind unbidden. It may feel, in fact, alien to Riz, as though someone else put it there. And you hear a voice say, "You know what the kind thing to do with that gun would be."
I'm going to holster my gun and untie myself.
You see, you hear Kalina in your head goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 kid. If you walk into that light, you're not in this little hiding place anymore. You will be in the Iron City of Dis, on a whole other circle of hell from where your friends are. You will step into a room full of devils. This little viewing gallery is a present gratis of me."
What am I doing? I pull out the mirror to.
You see, the mirror shows you your father. There is no illusion here.
Why is he there?
You want to have this conversation here while we're looking at him, or do you want to step outside?
I walk back out.
You see Kalina waiting for you. You see she looks and says, "You don't really think a dragon eating somebody would send them to hell, do you? This is the Great Wheel. Riz, souls go where they're supposed to go."
Why are you showing me this? What is... You know I want to free my father. Are you two working together? Is that why the devils want my dad?
Riz, sweetheart, look, Kristen, Tracker, these are people that I had fondness for, but I just met them. You're special. You were born with me. I've known you your entire life. I'm like your godmother. And the fact that you are so cold to me, it feels hurtful. I'm showing you this as a favor. I'm showing you this as a token of good faith. Because here's the thing, Riz. Maybe you get into the forest. Maybe I don't kill all of you right away. Maybe you make it all the way to catch up with the Avernants, stop them, put an end to this ritual. Maybe. Maybe you only lose a couple of your closest friends. Maybe you go back to Egg Fort and you get to hand this crown back to that crazy old coot for him to lose it again. Or maybe someone comes back. And if that someone comes back, maybe they wrestle up all those demons that they've worked with for so long, and we spring a little jailbreak for your dear old pop. I know the stick doesn't always work by itself, but now I'd say you have a pretty big carrot to consider, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Did my dad know what you were?
So funny, kid. you have an opportunity right now to talk to someone who actually knew your father. You were small. Do you really know how your dad thought about you? He was away an awful lot. He's a very handsome man, gone for a long time.
I know what happened between you two. I can do the math.
Remember, Riz, your dad was a spy. Do you think everything your dad did was good?
Obviously not.
You see, she smiles and is like, heartbreaking. You know, I was with you watching that little crystal of your dad. Such a sweet message. Kind of the only thing you have left of him, right? Terrible. Or when you were with your friends at the cemetery and didn't even mention your dad was 10 feet away. It's real hard with dads. Sorry to complicate his legacy, but hey, it's all about the clues, right? Gotta find the truth no matter what. Keep digging, Riz, and think about what you really want. She vanishes. And in the reflection of the water, Kalina looks back up at you.
I take out my crystal. Bitch!
Nice photographs.
How does it feel to be the Nightmare King's little lieutenant?
How does it feel to be in a forest where dreams are real? Oh, you see something you don't like, Tracker? You see Tracker looks up and you realize all three of you are seeing Kalina at the same time. You see Tracker looks up and goes, no, I can't even see the sky. No, no, no. And Tracker begins to change. Kalina goes, full moon, tough break. You guys cannot see a full moon, but Tracker can. And the full moon is real enough that she begins to change. You see Kalina goes, appears again to both of you. She goes, Tracker is chasing you down to kill you. You see, she says, I mean, what she thinks is you. She's gone. Rog's gone. Sandra Lynn's gone. I told you, if you came to the forest, I'd kill you. Dreams are real here. So for example, Riz, you take 4 points of damage, and you know the damage is real.
As I wince, I pull on my tie to record.
You start recording her. You see that she stops for a moment and goes,
Did that really just hurt you?
She disappears from sight, and a moment later, Kristen, you take 1 point of damage. You can feel claws against you, like a cat scratch, and you know they're coming from inside your own body.
Are you flirting with me?
What?
She's fucking flirting with me!
You see, she goes, no, Kristen, that's funny. I'm gonna kill you here now, because I'm gonna keep tearing you apart from the inside, and I don't think you can stop me. I was very clear. I've never double dealt you. Told you in Leviathan, you try to get the crown, I'm gonna kill you.
Is that what your superior told you to say?
Yeah, my superior, Kristen. I work for the Nightmare King.
Yeah, cool.
So I guess,
A job's a job.
hey, this is gonna take me a long time. She hits you again for 4 points of damage.
I start furiously looking around for what we need to find in this water, I guess.
You guys both continue to start taking damage. You will not be able to make tinctures in time while you are here. We're going like you can this like disease is like ripping you apart.
Each second, yeah.
Each second. You have a lot of hit points, so it will take a while, but you're being killed by something that you don't know how to hit.
You know what? I start. Fuck! I only have one of these per time. I cast Greater Restoration on Riz.
Choosing Riz over yourself, you cure Riz of the plague of the Shadow Cat. Riz, you suddenly feel the attack stop on you and double on Kristen.
Fuck!
Kalina looks at you.
Oh, she's still there?
She's killing you. When Riz doesn't see her doing this, but she like when these things erupt in like bursting boils on your face, it's her claws in your vision scratching across you. She looks at you, her eyes go wide with fear as you cure Riz of this illness. She vanishes, and as she does so, you guys see a horribly wounded Sandra Lynn on Baxter fly into the clearing looking completely manic. She is holding this like wrestling, like it looks like a horrifying little gremlin made of like roots and plant matter. She lands right in between you two guys, leaps off and says, "Kristen, bite this!"
Perception check?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nat 20.
Because you asked, and because you rolled a nat 20, this is a forest of lies. Kalina vanished because she needed to use her focus and attention to create an illusion. Riz doesn't see anything because what happened is that little squirming baby is right where Riz is.
Oh, sick. I don't know if I should bite it.
Bite what?
I don't know if I should bite it.
You're gonna bite me? You're like baring your teeth at me. What are you doing?
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The illusion fades. Kalina reappears, and that illusion vanishes. She was attempting to get you to bite Riz. Kalina appears and says, "Wait. I'll kill you before you make it back to Arborlee. But all your friends will escape, even if I kill you. So let's make a deal."
Okay.
You see, she says, "Your crystals on the ground, smashed. The kid's photo, ripped in half, left on the floor of the forest. You guys walk out of here with you alive. That's the deal."
Run! Everybody run!
Dude, you see, crouched on Fig's back, Fig, obviously you can't see or experience this, Kalina is just raking her claws across you, saying, "Listen to reason, kid, come on!"
I kind of nuzzle my face in your like neck, like, this is so scary.
I got you, Kristen. I got you. Stay still.
No,
Stay
she's
strong.
here. She's a freaking big cat.
You go through the door. The second you go back through the door, you see Kalina walks through the door with you and says, "Catch you next time," and vanishes. You see at the top of the stairs, Kalina looking down at you.
Looking down at Kalina.
Looking down at Kalina. Kalina smiles.
Hi, bitch.
Well. Looks like you all came out to play. It's very exciting. To all of you, I am so glad that you will be the first to join the retinue of the King of Nightmares. Court of Elders, it's time to do your work. And Kalina is leaning with her back against the tree, smiles, and waves at you. Kalina starts in a dead sprint towards you. She goes, "Oh, that's enough of that." Kalina, displacement, mirror images everywhere, appears in front of you. Oh shit, you're tied. Okay.
Yeah.
She stands in front of you. As she's approaching you, Fig, you see she goes,
oh shit, I look good. And
You're okay. I've seen better.
Riz, you stand up with 1 hit point. Kalina looks immediately nauseous as she and Fig are both in the line of your tie camera.
Your tie.
Yeah. And you see that the like displacement effect on her ends. A lot of her magic just straight up stops as you do that. However, she is down but not out. Kalina is going to make 6 attacks. Kalina is no fucking joke. You guys are here in the heart of the Nightmare King's forest. It's time to fucking go. You see, she's going to take her attacks now. She's going to attack you first attack, and it's going to happen in order because of different shit she can do. On a 19, she connects with Riz. You've only got 1.
Cutting words.
Go ahead and roll your cutting words.
Come on.
-4.
She still connects. She connects with Riz. I'm going to need you to make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
4.
You do have a bardic inspiration that you never used.
I got a
know it won't
4,
do
yeah.
anything, But
Kalina
And I'm down.
Kalina kicks Riz off of the stairs. Riz goes 15 feet out over the side of the staircase. At the beginning of his turn, he will fall. Kalina kicks. She's going to turn the rest of her attacks to Fig and Ida. As she does so, Ida's going to use her reaction to cast Shield, which means that attack misses. 3 of 6 hits. 11 damage to Ida. That's a critical hit.
Oh, God.
on me?
No, Ida.
No.
Kalina uses 6 of her attacks. Ida drops. You see that Kalina goes, "Night, girlfriend," crack, and moves across Ida's jaw. She collapses to the ground. You see.
She didn't use 6 of her attacks. She used 5 because she used 1 on Riz.
Yeah, she used 5 on Ida and 1 on Riz. You see, immediately following that, she is going to make one final attack against you, Fig. That is actually a spell attack.
A spell attack? I can't counter spell. I'm at a 3rd level.
And she misses. She goes to
I want her to hit me.
She goes to like claw through your neck, and the Unfaithful Base comes up in front of her hand. That is going to be that's back at Kalina now. But Riz is back with the tie still going. She is looking hurt right now. She's gonna make some attacks. She's gonna go for Riz.
Fuck.
Wasn't Riz down? Wouldn't she have to move pretty far?
Doesn't she have to move past? She would take opportunity attacks from Ida.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and also potentially
Okay.
my mom.
Yeah, because I got thrown like 20 feet or something.
Yeah.
Kalina drops Sandra Lynn. And then you see, being fucked up by the camera, she casts invisibility on herself and vanishes. Motes of sparks radiate out from your battle sheet. They land covering Kalina's true form and outlining it. Her invisibility vanishes because Riz points in the direction of your fairy fire, and you once again watch as all these mirror images begin to get sucked into her as you hear the notifications coming in on Gorgug's phone. You see that that hurts Kalina. She is hold on one second. 21. You said 21 damage?
Yes.
Jesus. Kalina counts on not getting hit. You can see she can't take hits that many times like that. She hisses, and you watch more images come back to her as, again, you can tell the strain of all the magic she's trying to do. She has a ton of passive abilities that are not happening right now because you're streaming her.
Sweet.
That's going to be Kalina, baby. Kalina is going to make her attacks. She steps forward. Rog goes down. Bam. No. And Fig. How much are you at right now, Fig?
I'm at 12.
You take 8 points of damage.
Okay. I think I'm going to then Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome.
Lena takes 8 fire damage.
Ooh, baby.
Yes.
You heard me, I heard you.
Riz, you take your gun. Fig, Fabian, you are standing on either side of Kalina. Rog has just dropped. Fig, you kneecap with the sharp part of the Unfaithful base. Fabian, you parry her chin up with the point of your blade, exposing her whole chest. The images flicker. Riz, Kalina, who has been with you your entire life, makes eye contact. Kid, it doesn't have to be this way. Riz.
Mission accomplished, Dad.
Oh, baby!
Yes. Yes.
Kalina flickers and is fucking gone. Defeated Kalina. Jesus.